Let's go through LeetCode 3200 maximum height of a triangle. So it gives a number red ball counts and a number blue ball counts. It asks us to follow some kind of rules to stack those kind of balls to a triangle, and ask what's the maximum height of the triangle we can achieve. So you see that we need to follow the rule that arrange these balls to form a triangles, that the first row will have first one ball, and the second row will have two balls, and the third row will have three balls. And also the balls in particular row should have the same color, and the adjacent rows should have different color. So for example, if you give us two red ball and four blue ball, we can put the blue ball in the row 1 and row 3. And so red ball in the row 2, right? So totally we can put 3 rows. So that means we need a complete finish complete 3 rows, right? So often that means that if we have for example 5 blue balls, right? And we cannot even here, right? It doesn't form a complete row, so will not form actual, right? And if we want to have one more row, right? We need, for example, have 4 more readable, right? If we only have 3, that we still return 3, right? So we need to simulate, right? So what we do is that actually we need we can write a help function to we call helper, right? Put for example int a int b, right? So actually the red and blue color um we don't know. Actually, we can put red at the first line or at a blue as the first line, right? So what we do is that we just return max.max helper red blue and helper blue and red, right? So A is the one which will put in the odd lines, and B will be the one we put on the even lines, right? And the thing that this is not correct is someone put that if red is greater than blue, right? Then we'll put the red as even lines or odd lines. That's not correct, right? Because for the even, it is possible some of the rows, the even have more number, like this one, right? The even has 4 balls and the odd has only 2 balls. But for this one, even is 1 and even is 2, right? And odd is just 1. So we need to consider these 2 cases. So then we just simulate, right? And in the row result as so let's say it says that the blue and the red ball will greater equal to 1, right? So the result will at least be 1, right? Let's say this is a row, right? We start at the row 1, right? At row 1. So what we write is the while true. If row mod 2 equals to 1, right? If this is a odd row, then we'll have a minus equal to I, else we use b minus equal to I, right? And let's say if this kind of a is smaller than 0, or B is smaller than 0, right? We should break. And for this I loop, we'll increase the I, right? Increase row. So we'll say, even it is equal, right? We still goes to the next row. Even A or B goes to 0, right? It still goes to the next row. So we are so only when it is smaller than 0 means for this kind of row, it is not able to have a complete row, right? So what we do is that we return row minus 1, right? Doing like this, the time complexity will be square root of red or blue, right? Max min square root um, because the it is we are doing, for example, 1 plus 3 plus something, right, equals to 8, right? This is actually 2.2. It is some kind of square, right? Square number equals to 8. So the time complexity will be square root of 8. And also because B can be terminated earlier, right? So that is the maximum square root and B, right? We can should be 0, right? Write Python code as well. So we define a helper function, right? A int, B int, return int. So what we do is that we have row equals to 1, right? So while true, let's say if I row not I equals to 1, if this is an ordered row, right? Should have A minus equal to row. Say else, so I have B minus equal to row, right? And let's say if A smaller than 0 or B smaller than 0, I have break. And for in this while loop, we have row should plus equal to 1, right? And in the end, we should return row should be here, right? Return row minus 1, right? So for our main function, it is return max upper A B, right? Red, blue, and upper blue, red.